Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to present you a new chapter from my podcast. I'm very excited about this chapter because we are going to be talking about an interesting subject. Today I'm going to be talking about changing from tennis to paddle. And the best guest that I can have here is one of my friends, Alex Romero. He is actually a professional paddle player, 85 from A1 Paddle. And now he's going to tell us about how during his life he changed from tennis to paddle and all the things that he was considering or facing because of this. So, Alex, welcome to my podcast.
Thank you so much, Nico. Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure be here in podcast of Nico, and I wanted to be here and talk of everything.
Thank you very much, Alex, for the words. So, Alex, the first thing that I want to say to people, anyone, for example, could be any maybe professional tennis player that he wants to start playing paddle and maybe try his luck in paddle, or maybe any amateur player that he's playing tennis and, for example, he's watching paddle or playing paddle and also he's enjoying because his head burned out. I don't know. So, what do you think is the big gap or the main difference from tennis to paddle? Talking about concept, tactics, techniques. What you can say about that?
Yes, Nico. I started to play paddle when I was 15 years. All my life, I played tennis, and when I started to play, I feel a big difference because the court is more shorter. We have glasses, and we have different things in the teamwork also because we have a partner. And the big difference that I feel it was with glasses, because in tennis you never use the glasses because there aren't, and you don't use the lob also because there are a big difference there, and I needed to work too much in these concepts.
Yeah, two things that also me being also coach, every time that I'm training a tennis player, I see two things also. Maybe you can tell me about this. First thing is like from tennis, you have a big like long swing, right? Back swing. And the second thing is like all the time that they come from tennis, as you are saying about the glasses, they are not used to. So, for example, for me, it takes like a long time, like a lot of lessons, classes, focusing on the defense with the glasses, right?
Yeah, for example, I worked in the defense 1 year when I started to play paddle because the backswing is more shorter because you have less time because the court is only have 20 meters. You have less time, and then you need to use more the glasses because in the first time it's a little bit more dangerous because you are not used to, but after when you start to use, you feel that it's more comfortable, and then you have more time for defense.
Yeah, I always say like as soon as you start using the glasses, feels like it's your friend. It helps you, right? Gives you 1, 2 more seconds to think. Of course, you need to adjust with this short preparation because sometimes the ball is coming fast, so you need to have the racket close to you. But at the beginning, yeah, they don't feel it. You will not having nothing behind you, so it's very normal that the glasses for you is nothing. So as soon as you start using the glasses, you talk about also something very good about the lob. In tennis, you don't have like lobs. I mean, you play lobs, yes, but tactically, there are a lot of games or things that you build, that you manage, starting with the lob, right?
Yes, in paddle is very very important the lob because when you play the lob, you start to build the point because depend of this shot, we have different situations because if my lob is good, we can pass to my opponent and then we can win the net. If my lob is not good, my opponent have more variations for attack to me, and then in paddle you have different overhead shots because you have bandeja, you have vibora, you have a smash, and in tennis you only have one, and then only sometimes you use the lob for pass to your opponent if the lob is perfect. If not, you don't use the lob and you try to play winner and then win the point.
Even the other day, I watched a match from Alcaraz, and I saw that he won the point, and people were saying like he was doing like actually a bandeja, right?
Yes, yes, we know that he sometimes he plays sometimes paddle because when we had the trainings in the Ferrero Academy in Sanjo Academy, in this case, we knew to him, and then we seen many times playing paddle, and I think that he practices in tennis court.
Hmm. Yeah, he's a monster. So now, another question that I want to tell you about, to ask you about actually, you mentioned before something that for me is a very important thing that you said that on paddle you have teamwork. I mean, of course, in tennis, most of the players they are focused to play singles, but also you have doubles. But in paddle, always you play with one partner. It's always two against two, right?
Yes, I feel a big difference when I started. I needed to work in this concept because in tennis all the responsibility is yours when you win, when you lose, and out of the court also. When you travel alone, and sometimes you can receive advice of everyone, but always out of the court, you know. And then in paddle, everything is different because you depend of your partner when you win, when you lose, and it's a very very good concept that I started to work because I didn't had a teamwork concept, you know, and it was a very very good experience.
Yeah, I think like for example, now you are talking about what is happening outside the court. For sure, playing with someone, going to any tournament in your country, in the world, is like nice because you are with someone, you are all the time sharing moments with someone. But even inside the court, when you are playing, everything what you are doing, you should think on your partner, right?
Yes, you need to think in your partner with you need to talk with him for tactic things. If you are hungry, if I am hungry, we need to work in the court in difficult moments, and it's a tough in some moments, but it's a support in another moments. It's there are a big difference here.
Yeah, you. I think you say hungry. I think you wanted to say angry. I think maybe the players are hungry. They want to eat something during the match. But no, good. You talk about something mental, but also what I was trying to say, like maybe even tactical. For example, when you are trying to hit any shot, where are you throwing that ball? Where is your partner standing? Or where is that ball going? Where are the other opponents? So maybe how the next ball is going to come to your partner, right? So that's the nice thing about paddle. It's like I always said in my case, crazy maybe, it's like a chess game, right? Where are you throwing, how you should move, how your partner is moving, the opponent is moving. That's why maybe I believe a lot of people they like too much paddle instead of tennis, right?
Yes, and for this reason, I think it's very very important know to your partner, and then try to play with the same partner all the time if you can, because the communication is very important. Have a little project with a partner is very important because if you don't know him, of these things are very very difficult to do it.
Exactly. So Um, one thing that also you have the experience because you were trying to be professional in tennis and now you are professional in paddle. You were training when you were younger in a tennis academy. I don't know which one. Now you can say to us. And also in a paddle academy. Even you and me, we were sharing those moments in this Ferrero Academy, as you were saying before. What is the main difference that you feel from tennis to paddle as an academy?
An academy, for example, I feel that in tennis is more precision sport, and you need more repetitions, I think, because in tennis you want to find a little bit the perfection of the shots, and then uh, you train more repetitions during maybe 5 or 6 hours per day, and you don't play too much matches, you know. And for example, this is a big difference for me in paddle. It's not too much serious now, yes, but when I started to play, not too much. And then I feel this when I started play paddle, I had a very very good mentally because I come of tennis. I feel this.
Yeah, you were saying something that is super, I think, accurate. Like all the tennis players, they are used to try to think on the technique. If you don't hit well the ball, it's very difficult to play a very good level, right? And in paddle, doesn't mean that you don't have to have good technique. But yeah, maybe if your technique isn't that good, but you understand the game very well tactically, if you can play the ball where you want all the time, you can be also a very good player. Of course, there are some limits. On paddle, if you don't hit the ball as good as you can, you are not going to be capable of doing all what you want. But yeah, I believe that in tennis, what you're saying is like it's very important to touch very well the ball, right?
Yeah, and for this reason, I feel a good advantage. When you start to play paddle, it's more easier play a match or play a rally with a friend, and then it's more social also because you have four persons in the court. And in tennis is a little bit more difficult because you need more precision and more repetitions for play a rally with your partner or with your opponent.
Exactly, exactly. So you are saying something that is very important, I think, that from paddle you feel more social. It's like this maybe for amateurs, right? You will enjoy much more playing paddle than tennis. Not because I want to talk bad about tennis, but if in tennis you don't hit the ball very well, maybe you are not going to have fun. And even in paddle, if you hit the ball as you can, the ball is passing the net and you can have fun with the glasses, everything, right?
Yeah, and for example, this is a good thing in paddle. If you play a little bit bad, you have also the support of your partner, and then you don't need to play perfect because you don't need the perfect technique. In tennis, yes, if you touch the ball a little bit or 1 centimeter bad, the ball go out 1 meter or 2 meters. So this is the big difference that I felt.
Good, good, good. So, Alex, coming to the end, something else that you want to add about all these things that we were talking about?
Yeah, for me, I think that I want to have a recommendation here. Everyone, if you are thinking in play paddle, is very recommendable because it's social. You meet too much people. There are more groups, and then is my advice. Start to play paddle, and then you will feel the fever. You know.
Alex, thank you very much for being here. It was a pleasure. I hope that all the people that is going to listen this podcast will enjoy it as much as I'm doing right now. I'm also understanding some things from your side. Most of them I already know it. And for all the people that maybe they are hearing this and they want to share information about if they come from tennis also and they have some things to share, I will be very happy to hear about. But Alex, thanks for coming. And it's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much, Nico, for your invitation here to podcast.
So, guys, this was the subject about tennis from paddle. Of course, we can talk about a lot of things, but as I like to do it, I prefer giving the most important things that I believe. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like it, and see you, of course, in the next chapter. Thank you, guys. Bye.